The white summits of the Pamir Mountains. Its many 7,000-meter peaks make it one of the highest mountain ranges in the world. The town of Khorog lies in the midst of them, in southern Tajikistan, on the border to Afghanistan. During the Soviet era, the people here received electricity and coal free of charge. But those days are over. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, people got their firewood and building materials from the small local forests, destroying them in the process. Manusher Vazakov works for the German Association for International Cooperation, the GIZ. He's at home here, and it pains him to see these clear-cut areas.
Everyone has access to this part of the forest. There are no fences, and nobody feels responsible for it. So people and animals just come here. The people chop down the trees, and the animals eat all the young plants.
At a point a few kilometers away, a fence solves the animal problem. The forestry expert had the idea of giving locals responsibility for individual plots in the forest. In return, they have to put up a fence around the plot and plant new trees. Specialists like Manusher Vazakov check their progress regularly. Those who fail to meet targets 2 years running have to give up the plot of land. As a reward for their work, they're allowed to use and sell what they grow.
We leased the plot, cultivated it, and then slowly began to make money. Now we've got wood of our own. We can harvest sea buckthorn, and if we sell it, we can keep about 70% of the profits. The Forest Authority gets the rest. My family can live very well on that, and our lives have improved a lot.
450 plots of land have already been cultivated in this way, and 20 square kilometers reforested. Small handbooks provide instruction on how to plant trees properly and construct protective barriers to keep out free-roaming animals.
We're working to get our project of leasing forest plots to private tenants adopted all over Tajikistan, not just in our region. It ought to be written into the country's forest regulations.
It's hoped that people here will begin to use less firewood, thereby protecting the forests and the climate. Thanks to energy-efficient windows, the Karasherov family now burns much less wood. Temperatures of 30 degrees below 0 Celsius and lower are no rarity here. Manusher Vazakov also helps the families get microloans. A window costs about 60 euros, almost a third of a family's monthly budget.
The energy-efficient windows also look nice, so we've had them installed in our new house. And we also have insulated floor tiles. We now heat much less, and the house still stays warm in winter.
The windows are manufactured in this workshop with timber from Russia to protect the indigenous forests. The GIZ has helped to fund and build up the cooperative venture. The machines come from Germany, and they've helped boost production many times over.
We have lots of orders. A lot of people in Pamir now want to put energy-efficient windows in their houses. That shows that the windows are of high quality and that our idea was good.
People on the other side of the border river, the Pyanj, might also profit in the long term. Every Saturday, Afghans and Tajiks trade at a market in the Tajik town of Khorog. Manusher Vazakov thinks he's discovered a niche in the market. Most Afghans can't afford energy-efficient windows. But he hopes to convince some of the forest area users to open a small market stall.
Our neighbors in Afghanistan also need lots of firewood. They could buy it here from our forest leasers, along with other things that grow on our side of the border, like rosehips, sea buckthorn, and medicinal plants and herbs.
There are some plots that look so desolate, it's hard to imagine anything growing on them in the near future. But these are just the plots that are meant to be reforested. Those willing to take on the hard work and fulfill the preconditions will be paid in installments. They'll receive 100 euros annually, over a period of 5 years. The project seems to have gained acceptance. Despite the heat, these men have already planted dozens of trees just this morning.
The forest is important for our lives and for our country, for all Tajiks, especially future generations. We all depend on it.
It will take decades before there are true riverside forests in the valleys of the Pamir Mountains. But Manusher Fazalkov is certain that the day will come, and he can feel proud that he and his colleagues played a part in their regeneration.